Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. Hey everyone, Bill here with some more TV Photog tips. This is actually one of my favorites. Today we're talking about shooting computer screens with alternate cameras. Hey everyone, I hope you're doing okay. It is a warm, sunny, beautiful day in Minnesota. I believe it's about -14, so I thought I'd stay inside for today's tip. This one is one of my favorites. I have so much fun doing it, and I hope you will too once you see what we're gonna do. If you saw my video from a few weeks ago, I talked about shooting computer screens with your main camera. Sometimes we just can't get the shots we really want, and so I'm talking about using alternate cameras so that I can get those shots that I like on my screen when I have time. For this, we have a couple different things that we're going to use. I can use my GoPro here. I'm not going to use the GoPro necessarily for the tight shots, but for a couple fun wide-eye type shots to add to the mix. I also have a HandyCam. I bought this specifically to shoot super tight shots of things, and computer screens are no different. For this, I can pretty much literally put this up against the screen flush and it'll be in focus or very close to there. And if that doesn't work, if you don't want to spend the extra money, a lot of times you can use your cell phone these days. The cameras on smartphones are just incredible now, and they do so great with macro focus as well. So I could use this as an alternate as well. For the most part, I'm going to be using the HandyCam today. Another piece of gear I'm going to use today is my Pico Dolly. If you saw my video about shooting documents, new school, I use this a lot for that. I'm going to use that for my computers as well. With that, it has an articulating arm. These come in different lengths you can purchase. What I might do here too is I have a box that I'm going to put so that I can put next to my screen so I can get it at a better height. If you have an adjustable screen, that's great, but a lot of times I find I have to get a box or something to put my Pico Dolly on top of. Another accessory that I might purchase for my Pico Dolly is this clamp. And this clamp works well for my cell phone, so I can use that on my cell phone with the Pico Dolly. It also works good for GoPros or whatever other small camera if you don't have the 1/8 screw adapter. My first setup here, I'm going to use my GoPro with that clamp. Now the Pico Dolly is going to be on wheels, and I might want to make an effect like this at some point, but if I don't want to, I want to keep it stationary, so it might just roll away. I might use something like a remote, maybe even a quarter if I have one, or my cell phone, and just kind of keep that stationary. Two things I might want to keep in mind to make my life easier when I'm shooting computer screens that I went over in the other video, I will here as well, is we can make the computer screen bigger, smaller, at least the print bigger, smaller. And the web browser, the shortcut on Apple is Command, positive or negative to zoom in, zoom out. And on Windows, it's Control, positive, negative to zoom in and zoom out. And the other thing to keep in mind is we're not constricted to the height of the Pico Dolly to get a lot of the shots of our web browser. If we have a shot that's up too high or whatever, we can always move the browser on the screen instead of trying to put another box up here or whatever the case is. For this demonstration, I'm going to start with GoPro shots first. For example, GoPro does not do well on tight shots. So I'm going to do these more for wide shots, maybe a fisheye look. Maybe I'll do a thing where I'll do a scroll and then I'll blur out it and then I'll pull out graphics over it. There's a couple different options I can do for this, but this is kind of more for an effect. So I can zoom in or zoom out, and then I'm going to do like a scroll here, and you kind of got this fisheye look, and I feel like this is off a little bit, so instead of trying to move the Pico Dolly, I'm just going to move my window on the computer. That seems to be fairly centered. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more too, so I can get even more of a fisheye look. And for this look, I'm actually have this on super wide. I'm on a GoPro Hero 9, and this is the widest shot that I can get on this. Again, it might not be in focus, but I can get this fisheye scrolling look, which is just, as I said, kind of a fun little effect that I might use as a backdrop with pull quotes, and I might blur this. Again, the GoPro doesn't do well for the tight shots or being close up for in focus, so this is kind of more of an effect kind of thing, as I said, for a background or a reveal. I can scroll up to have that reveal on the screen or whatever, and I'm not going to just stick with super wide. I can try wide or the other options, narrow. For different looks, but this isn't going to be what I go to for the tight shots. For that, we're going to switch over to the HandyCam. I've now switched over to my HandyCam, and even though I switched over to HandyCam for my super tight shots, I still am going to do my series of wide, medium, and tight shots to get my bases, and then I'll also hit up the tight shots for particular words, phrases, or items that I want to go into. For the wide shots, right now, like this shot is a little tight for me, so what I could do is, again, I can use that control, positive, negative, and make this smaller, and then I can get more of a wide shot that I like and get that look. I just feel like I have to do my due diligence to remind you to make sure you shoot your wide, medium, and tight shots, particularly if you're still fairly new to videography. Just makes your life easier when it comes down to the edit bay. And we're going to go into the tight shots here with the HandyCam, but we can be so creative with this. We don't have to do straight on shots. We can do angles or whatever. I'm going to just show you a couple things. So this seems like a perfect time to do a montage. That's just a small taste of options that we have available shooting computer screens with these small cameras. Again, like the HandyCam is just so good with macro focus. I can get those nice tight shots of words, and sometimes I'll use the GoPro to get the wide shots with that fisheye kind of look. Shooting computer screens just seems so two-dimensional and boring, but when you throw this in there, it can be a lot more fun and interesting and creative for you to do. You can see why I prefer doing it this way over using my standard camera to shoot computer screens. But that's going to do it for today. I want to thank you for joining me. Please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe so I know you're out there. Leave a comment down below. Particularly throw out any suggestions you might have of a video that you want to see me do on perhaps a real-world situation that you want me to tackle for you. But for now, I'm Bill. You've been watching TVPhotogTips. We will see you next time. Good luck and have fun. Cold day outside. It's a fun one. This is one of my favorites. And this is just one of those purposes. God dang it. And this can screw onto the, oh crap. We can use on computer. If we want to zoom in on a Mac computer, it's Command. Oh, I had that right. So many different opportunities. That's just a small tapes. Possibilities that we have shooting the camera. A real world situation you want me to attack you. Montage time.